good? It's your big homie Kev from LuxuryLoops.com. Make sure you subscribe to this channel for more video updates. Basically, I want to talk about in this video is us as producers, how we can be inspired by the littlest things. The littlest things. Now, as you know, I'm still in the Grammy pack, but today I decided to create something and I said, okay, I'm going to challenge myself. And this is something you can do. I'm going to challenge myself. I'm going to pull from something so small and I'm going to see if I can build around that. You know, normally I would start with either the kick or the snare, or I might even start with a melody. In this case, I started with something that was so small, I was able to build everything else around it, right? So I just want to break this beat down for you. I went to the Grammy pack, and the Grammy pack comes with, of course, drums. It comes with drum loops. It comes with, you know, kick snares, your hats, and everything. It comes with your loops, but there's one section that I never really touch, is the hat section. Like, as producers, we all think, like, I mean, how many more hats can I have, right? I mean, you know, you can only have so many hats, right? But there's something more specific or something more exclusive about these Grammy pack hats is it's not just an actual hat sound. Like, it has character. It's almost like a percussion loop, right? So now that's a hat, a Grammy pack hat. And so you could, like, that's what I started with, right? I started the whole beat. Right? Because just that alone was enough to inspire me, right? Was enough to inspire me. So, but listen to it. Like, now remember, the whole thing about making beats, about mastering music production, about taking your music to the next level is having the dopest sounds. 2, knowing what you're doing, which is knowing that you need dope, knowing that you need dope drums, knowing that you need dope melodies. And most importantly, always having something about your music that's different, that stands out, something that's not like everybody else. And in this case, I chose to have this and freak it how I wanted to freak it. Now from there, I was able to add this kick and this snare. Now together, right? Together, it comes together like this, and it's not fighting. It's not fighting. And again, I didn't add no, you know, and then another thing about this beat, I didn't want to have your traditional, you know, trap hats and, you know, all of that stuff that everybody else is doing. I want to do something different. I want to do something different, and you should want to do something different too, right? Right? So after I got my drums in there, I was pretty satisfied with my drum pattern, right? So what I did is I found this flute loop, and I added this flute loop in. And with the drums, now I had the drums on top of the flute loop, and everything, it started to come together. Then I started to get a vision of where I was going. And again, remember, it all started from this one sound. Now, it all started from this one sound. Now, there's something magical when it comes to making beats. There's something magical about starting the beats with different sounds. Like, they pull you in a totally different direction. Like, I mean, you got to think, like, without this sound, I would have did something else which would have led me somewhere else, and this beat wouldn't have came out. I wouldn't have heard the flute loop like how I hear it, and none of that would have came together. But let me shut up and just play the. Right? So now I had the feel of the beat, and I'm thinking, like, okay, I don't want to add too much. I want to add like something like like something that just comes in, but I want it to still be big. But so what I did was I added this little brass part. Nothing much, right? And then once I start thinking, I'm like, okay. Then I added this instrument, the 808. Now I think that was all of the instrument. No, I actually added one more instrument. No, that's actually an instrument that I had muted. That was garbage. As a matter of fact, let me erase it right now. It was trash. I was trying to do something and I forgot to erase it. So let's not worry about that. You know. But the most important part again is that I was able to take this percussion loop and craft something that came out to be something dope, right? Now I was so inspired by that percussion loop that I went all the way in and I added, like, you know, I had the beat playing, you know, I kind of sequenced it a little bit, but I added like an extra part to it. I mean, because I was inspired. Now I'm on fire. Now I want to transition my music. Now I'm feeling, you know, I'm feeling like the man now, right? So I just added a few other instruments in, changed the drums up a little bit, and then so this is what it sounds like. And let me break that down. Now, basically what I did there, what I did there is this first half I had an 808. And if I wanted to transition my music, I say to myself, okay, I don't want to use an 808 on this second half. I want to switch it up. So I used this bass line. And this was the first thing that I came up with, was this bass line. Right? So I was feeling like, that's gritty, that's nasty. You know, like, I want to add something else that complements it. You know what I'm saying? Not really something that'll take away from it, something that'll complement it. And I started playing these chords with this crazy pad. Right? And then all I did to make it really sound like it was official was I had the drums coming in with just a snap first, and then I brought the drums in on the second half, so it actually sounds like more is happening than what's happening. Then the drums. Now I want you to notice it's two sounds right here. Damn, I hate when I do that. It's two sounds here. On this side, there's two sounds. And this beat sounds full. Like it sounds full. I mean, there might be a little more on there. I mean, the only thing I feel like is missing now is just vocals. You know what I'm saying? So basically, I'm going to play the whole situation. And then, you know, once I got everything in there, I actually play the piano part, but I don't want to keep that. You know, so. But I have to do something else here, but let me play the whole situation for you. And then after that, I had like another transition where it was just a flute. It was just like the beginning, but I had the 808 in there. Then it goes back to the original part of the beat. So let's recap everything that you learned in this video. First of all, start the beat with a different instrument. In this case, I use these Grammy Pack hats. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't sound like nobody else has. They don't sound like nobody else has. It's literally your own hat sound that you could freak and make yours, and you'll have something about your music that don't sound like nobody else, which is the second thing. Make sure that you have something about your music that don't sound like something everybody else is doing. You want a long career in music. You don't want to make one hit single and that's it. Nobody see you for 20 years. You want to be relevant, right? And so next, banging drums, of course. I mean, you got to have banging drums. I mean, just period. Next, transition. Make sure that you transitioning all of your, well, not all of your beats, but make sure that you're getting creative with it. And then, last but not least, kind of just switching up the everyday music production pattern. You know what I'm saying? Instead of starting with the drums, instead of starting with a melody, start with something different. Right now, which was actually the very first thing that I said. Now, if you want to use and start your beats off with these exclusive hats that nobody else got, click the link below and get your hands on this Grammy pack. Because I'm telling you, there's a reason why I'm still in it, because it's keeping me that energized. It's keeping me that on fire to keep making music. And you hear what I'm putting out. And this right here, this record is going right on my beat site right now, and the rest is history. And then I get on to the next beat. So have a good day. Big on me, Kev. Click the link below. Grammy pack. Peace.